Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena, first match of the second week, season 20. The season's up for debate because it's whatever. We're gonna move on. I've ranted about this last week. We're not continuing. This round, before we got a feat. Somehow, everybody for this feat. I don't have enough people to go after this feat this round because I have a lot of these guys on defense. I only have 2 that I can use, so we're not doing that. We do have the stealth feat we can go for. I do want to, before we do our opponent analysis, is break down some of the defenses from the first week. There's some interesting stuff here. Some of it's opponents not going through with things or using some counters that don't work. So Telzine comes through. They're using Grievous. I can't tell what gear that is. Maybe gear 11. Using a relic HK though. Kind of surprised that didn't work just because with the amount of AoEs there, you'd think they'd have a shot, but it might just be a lower gear Grievous situation. Now there's this this Dooku Ventress Jango situation up against these Night Sisters. I'm guessing didn't have the Zeta on Jango, maybe did or didn't. This variation on Karth, they didn't use a particularly strong team against it, but what I like about it is Zelbar already does a decent amount of recovery because of his kit. You don't really need Karth lead, and with Cure lead they're getting some ramping damage. It's not a great team, but it offers at least a little bit of variation, which is what I'm really looking for. Now, this finalizer against negotiator, these ship stuff, nothing to learn here. But we do have another match here. Telzin coming through again, but they're using Mando lead. That's not the way I would have run things. This is a bit of a surprise though. Relic CLS up against Newt losing. But they did have Visas for some reason, which doesn't... They also have a Relic Chupio, so I don't know why they used Visas here. The rest of these matches are whatever, but then here's the Chupio. Chupio, non-leader lead with Han and Chewie. Loses again to Newt, and then HK with B1 here losing again to Newt and Dooku. So that Newt Dooku team held a bunch, and then this weird Lando team that I took from a Cubs video long time ago. Finn losing there, but that's a bad Finn team. And we got Yoda here. This is the surprise. A Relic 8 Yoda with Barriss losing to these Gear 11 resistance. That I like. Then Nest losing, and they keep using a bunch of teams and they fall apart. Then this variation on Bastila. What I like here, and this is what I talked about in last week's video, was that usually people are pairing tanks with Bastila, and I don't think that's the way to go. It's kind of... They're already tanky. That's the whole point of her kit. Putting attackers there with a little bit of damage and with the stun and control that Ayla gives. Not a great team, but a little bit less than what people are used to, and I'm just looking to have people mess up, and that's what we were able to get out of it. Now jumping into this opponent, my opponent is Ole, or just Ol, there's no accent. Has SLKR, does not do ships, so I threw my stuff on defense, and he's not going to get through it. But taking a look here at the Discord bot here, I'm going to... Where is my button? So I've been emphasizing this every video because when I don't emphasize it, then I get comments saying, what is this thing? This is a Discord bot. Your guild either has it or you can use it on my Discord channel. It's called the Hot Bot. It is from Hot Utils. It is great. You can support this guy on Patreon if you want. It's a great tool. So this what it shows us is my opponent here is in a smaller guild, lower lifetime banners, but respectable amount, low clears, some undersizes, but it's at an amount where it tells me he's a non-serious player, but he participates in the game mode. That makes me happy. And then the rest of this, the top 80 GP, I've got an advantage. I've got an advantage on Gear 13, and this is where the bloat is coming in. It's just a ton of Gear 12 that aren't doing much for his roster. And then the mod game is just not even participating in. A bunch of Tier 7, well, yeah, just a bunch of Relic 7s, which are not doing him any favors. Has SOKR. Oh, it looks like they've added Commander Ahsoka to this. I didn't do any gearing during the weekend. I got busy and I just signed up. I didn't want to worry about it. Weak Nest, weak Watt. Alright, we're going to jump in here and take a look at this. He's already started attacking me. I think he's done. Here we go. But he's attacked me pretty cleanly so far, so I wouldn't be surprised to see if he would come back later. But he one-shot everything in the front wall. Back wall, he only attacked one team. And it's this weird Lando team, which has no leader, but just because of the synergy, because of how prepared works, it functions on being annoying. It's a nice filler team just because I don't like the freebies where people know how they want to counter them. Teams like the Bounty Hunters or the Old Republic or Geos, Phoenix, Ewoks, like everybody knows how they're going to approach those teams. Even if I'm setting down an easy defensive team, I want it to at least be unusual. And then here he took out Telzy. Nothing else to really see here. We're going to jump into these attacks. From his Grand Arena history, he saves everything for offense, and that looks to be what has continued happening, so I'm not overly concerned here. I just kind of want to get through it. So we got Hux, Palpatine, Geos, Jedi Knight, Anakin lead. So he's separating his Revan from his Jolee. And bottom territory here, we are looking at Kylo, Phasma, Greedo lead, and Veers. So there are teams that are uncommon and might need to take some thinking on how to approach them. But we are going to begin... God, I'm going to do some dumb things today, aren't I? I'm going to attempt Jedi Knight Luke solo here. I want to retain some stuff for the back wall. I'm already missing the Bad Batch, even though I was meh on it, but it was nice having Star Wars to look forward to. I guess the second episode of What If is today? What day is it? Alright, we are going to do that ability so we get 2 turns right away and can control. Then we'll go right after Sith Trooper. We want to take out Sith Trooper right away, and then from there this is pretty much done. I did want to test out Beskar Mando again against Kylo, but I was a little worried about the Sith Trooper against my BAM team. With different Kylo and relics, I would have been more comfortable with it. I think we're just gonna nest Phasma. Sion is different, but it's a weak Sion. Do I really have no smugglers other than those two? Just one away from that feat. Well, Han's not going to do anything. He's not coming in. And with these matches, these are when I use the Tartakovsky Clone Wars in the thumbnail, which just signifies my opponent at least set a defense, but it's going to be fairly straightforward. Usually, though, we goof around a lot on these where there are things to learn. You know what? I should have used Nest against Veers. This is fine. No, that Veers team is so easy. There's at least more relics here. I'll take out Executioner. Sion's going down fast. Why am I playing this? I just need to auto this. I need to turn on the sound effects. There they go. We've had a bunch of new subscribers in the last 2 weeks. Thank you. I've got several videos in the pipeline I'm working on. Maybe we'll do some. I'll try and do some short ones. I think I'm going to do a talk video just talking about the Executor and what I think about it. I don't have too much to add, but I think getting my perspective out is warranted, I guess. All right. I kind of just want to Wampa this, but I'm not going to. Maybe we will. There's no real damage outside of Death Trooper, and Death Trooper's the weakest. I just kind of wanted... him for the back wall. See, these are the teams where you can get in trouble, where you don't want to take in anything good. Let's see. I don't really use Piett though. I don't even remember if this was Bounty Hunters or Veers. The thermals could be a problem. What I'm betting on is Stormtrooper just being good at what he does. And I think actually we're going to want to take out Zam before she starts that chain reaction. But with the Piett lead, we're getting a bunch of offense. Stormtrooper is super tanky, so he's going to be able to soak up everything. And these bounty hunters are so weak that we can just get through it. And I don't think I really use Imperial Troopers in 3v3, so we're not really losing anything here. Full banners. Happy with it. Should we just do like Mandos or something? Because just Relic Veers is really not enough for me to want to use anything. Let's just do it. Or we will throw the armor shred on Veers because he has relics. I think I'm going to now focus on Death Trooper. The sooner we get Death Trooper out, the better. Let's do a daze. This is the worst part about armor. She gets, like, her tenacity is so low. Alright, we are going to put the Beskar onto Bow. I don't think I wanted a taunt yet. Should we just do this? Get some Beskar. I'm going to throw this over on Stormtrooper just in case he taunts again. Which he does. Alright, now I'll throw a taunt in. We're wasting too much. This team. Alright. I mean, this has taken forever, but it's what I was expecting. It was... We're gonna be fine. Alright. I really want that relic on Canderous. But we're working on executor pilots right now. So he's been pushed off. Is that everybody? Let's check out this back wall, and I gotta go let a cat inside. Okay, Jin, Qui-Gon. I mean, this is why I kept Wampa, so we can, like, blow Jin up. This is what Wampa solos are for. Alright, I guess we're gonna see how many solos we can get. We've got 2 so far, right? Jedi Knight Luke and Nest. If you're in these higher divisions, you really gotta build out your depth. Like, seeing a team like this with Talia, what that tells me is he's out of teams. And this just kills me. The amount of stun guns that it takes to build this team. It's to even go to gear 11, that's 1,000 stun guns to have a Phoenix team. Like, that's more than the Bad Batch, that's more than Darth Revan, it's absurd. Like, the Phoenix might be the hardest gear in the game. It's not even a might. They're I guess I haven't looked at everything, but they're one of the hardest gears in the game. And you get the least amount in return for it. Right. I guess we'll blow up Palpatine with Master Luke. We're gonna see how many solos. I guess there's a chance this could be a bad idea with the fracture. And he doesn't work as a great solo against some teams. I think we'll go after Palpatine first. I am going to increase cooldowns here. Blast everyone away. We got one. I don't care about Dooku. I'm more concerned about Fracture, which should be happening, I think, now. Okay. Let's just keep increasing those cooldowns. Really, you're gonna dodge? Alright. So that's what, number 4? I forget what my highest number of solos were in a round. I feel like it may have been last 3v3 season or a couple 3v3 seasons ago. Let me, before we do something stupid, let's think about this. Gas. So let's just do Vader. Can we solo this? Solo this for me, Vader. Usually I throw in Palpatine because you get an extra hit. See, that's not that many debuffs. We're gonna at least take another hit to get the health pool lower. You know what? Let's do the health pool even lower. Chuck it now. Okay. Alright, so we got Wamps, Vader, JML, JKL, Nest. We're at 5, right? We're going to take gas against one of these two teams. I'm considering Jedi Knight Anakin here. Just with gas, we don't have to worry about the revive from Jolie. So Jolie becomes irrelevant. We can put on the armor shred, do a big hit. See right there. That's what we brought in gas for. Did this guy had gas, right? Oh. I didn't even mention that one. He has no gas, no Jedi Knight Luke. Like this is why I wanted to hit Chromium last round and why missing out on that full clear, even though it was a win, missing out on the full clear just messed everything up. This is what I didn't want. And it's a lot harder to hit Chromium now since the realignment of the divisions. Like you gotta have a pretty clean win and hit all the feats. All right. You know what? I've never used Jango up against the Ewoks. Let's see how this goes. There's no days, no turn meter removal. There is a dispel or a cleanse from Elder. But it has a big cooldown. It's not like a big deal. Let's do that. Oh, come on. Waste that turn, Elder. All the turns are a little scary. God, you are cleansing way too much. Okay. Happy about that. Normally we use Jango against the Night Sisters, but these Night Sisters aren't even worth any of that. Oh, you know what? We should work on that feat towards stealth. But I don't know. What else do we have here? I think Yoda can take these guys out. Yoda's fragile enough where I have some doubts, but they don't do a lot of damage. They're all super fragile. Well, Juhani's not. But Juhani has no damage. The stun. Yeah, see, this is what I was a little worried about. I don't have enough recovery. Yeah, Yoda's just not a solo artist. You know what? Let's stop wasting time. This video doesn't need to be artificially long for me throwing in dumb things. Let's blow this stuff up. So with Han's basic, we can ignore, like, all these foresights are meaningless. Yeah, we're just going to overpower the rest. It doesn't matter. I wish I had more Wampas. I don't know. Can you solo this Sion? Is this going to be a timeout with all the staggers and all that nonsense? I feel like I feel like you're way slower than you used to be. I kept He used to be one of my fastest characters during the meta, but I keep stealing his mods to give to other characters. This is an auto. I don't know what I'm doing. Once we take out zombie enough times where zombie stops taking turns, and we don't waste turns by targeting zombie. All right. Plus Sion. So we got 7 solos. Considering that wasn't the plan going in, I think that's fun. I think we've done more than that. Alright, a nonsense Akbar team. We're not... I was thinking for a moment maybe we bring in something else, but let's just get this done. Let's move to the other account. That's not the right ship. New account's chugging along. We just got Darth Revan. I got to release lowest viable teams now video on Darth Revan, but I still haven't got out the Jedi Knight Revan one. That one's going to come out this week. And now we're focusing for Malik and Gas. I want to see if I can get both Malik and Gas by the end of the year, and then that's all the legendaries, both of the epic confrontations, and I don't know if Jedi Knight Luke is counted as a journey character, but I think all the journey characters, not except Jedi Knight Luke if he counts as one. But it'll be, I mean, it's Revan, Darth Revan, Bam, Luke, JTR. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not even paying attention right now. Oh, I wish I would have geared. Lando on the front lines, man. How tanky is this clone sergeant? I feel like there should be more AoEs in this fleet. There's a lot of targeted attacks. And I can't believe how long this battle has taken. Alright, new account. I think somehow we did almost no stealths. I do want to check out that feat and be astounded by that performance. I think it's only 10 stealths, but it might mean a lot of work in the next one. No, we did 3. We got 3. Great. Alright, new account. That's the wrong button. And we are back with the new account. We're just going to jump in here and clear it quick. My opponent already went. We're doing this. I don't know, it's time for bed. It's after midnight. We started at like, I don't know, 11:30 or something. The Darth Revan I was talking about a moment ago or earlier, whenever that was, unlocked after the sign up. Actually unlocked earlier today, so not part of this week's teams. But we're going to just jump in here, clear this. I would like to be done before we hit an hour mark on this video. It's always a goal. A lot harder to do with the additional teams now. So you go with this. This isn't a particularly strong Geo team, so this will be enough. Let's do that Force Crush. Throw down the Merciless Massacre. I like the... Let's just chuck it over here. That's a problem. Right there's a problem. I need to get that ability block. Give me a fear. Alright, we got a stagger at least, so if we don't get a stun... But we got it. We should be fine now. Come on. We're on a clock here. We'll return to the Phoenix. We gotta check who these other teams are. Oh, I didn't even do the defense review. Let's do that real quick. What am I talking about here? I just want to wrap this up and be done with it and move on. I got like roster reviews and stuff to do. So Phoenix here stands tall for 2, Ewoks for 2, Down in the bottom territory, we had Geos and Night Sisters. Geos lasted 2, Night Sisters only 1. Back territory is Padme, I think maybe Newt, and who knows who else. So Padme stands for 3, Newt for 2, and this First Order team is really just filler because their abilities are all level 3 or ish in that range. So that's what we're looking at, and I believe this was a one-shot on the fleet. But we have a ton of wiggle room, and I don't think we're going to need it. Because for him to clear that defense, he would have had to have kept most everything for offense. We're just going to blow this guy up with... Maybe we shouldn't do that. Let's do troopers. So I've been using Piett lead a lot just because he boosts the damage. Kind of like how Hux boosts the damage. Hux is more specific to the basic, but the boost in offense is nice here, and I think what else was it? Potency? But we're using Piett because we don't want debuffs. There's no Zeta, so it doesn't really matter, but... It's kind of the same deal regardless. It would be great if they took out Stormtrooper, because then Piett would get an awesome damage boost. God, we just need to auto this. What am I doing here? Are you guys letting him heal? You are wasting time. I gotta do this. You're doing it wrong. Just take him out. Please take him out. Take him out. Give me that inevitable failure. No, you guys... Yes. Yes! Now Piett's gonna get super powered. Okay. Took longer than I was hoping. I don't even know what this team was. Okay. CLS requirement squad. So nothing. I guess we'll do bounty hunters. I don't know. We can split up 2 bounty hunter squads is what we can do. Actually, this is a bad way to divide them up, because these are all the damage dealers. I love Jango so much. He's up there for favorite character in game. Let's see this back wall and be done with it. Still got a Phoenix team to worry about, and I don't expect anything to be back here. This strikes me as an all-out offense kind of person. Alright, we got Bastila, Newt, Karth. The Newt is the weakest, Bastila is the strongest. We'll blow this up with CLS. Actually, you know what? We can split up the CLS. Just like we do with the main account. We could use the depth to try and get through this quick. We got 8.5 minutes to wrap this up. We got to go faster. We've burnt some time with that first order. Can we strip that turn meter? Perfect. All right. Oh, we still have. All right, all right. We'll use the Jedi up against the Phoenix, and then we can use whatever up against Newt. Just over 5 minutes. We don't have time to think this through. Bounty hunters, I at least know, are semi-strong. We're gonna throw an IG-88. He at least has some damage. This is why I should have split them up differently. Am I really gonna lose you? We're gonna do that. Okay. Come on. Okay, let's move it. I can't believe Juhani's my next strongest Jedi. I need a credit heist. We're gonna go over. Unless it's a really trash fleet. Got 2.5 minutes. Be a trash fleet. Let me auto it. Perfect. It's not complete trash though. Those guys were at least leveled up from what I recall. 1.5 minutes. Can I beat it that fast? Not if BlueStacks acts like this. Alright. How do I want to play this? We're going to trigger something from one of those ships in a second. Oh, where's my assist? We're not gonna happen. There we go, 15 seconds to go. Until we're an hour, but I gotta do my outro. And we're gonna take more than these 5 seconds. Thank you again for watching. This is still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. Be safe out there, everyone, and be excellent to each other.